Alrighty, hello again. This is Trace Majestus. We're back in Elite Dangerous Odyssey. The CG is over, so we got to collect the first stage of the rewards so that the modules get delivered to us, and then it's time to head for Colonia. Hello, Shane, and let's get together with the rest of the guys in the voice chat.
Hi,
Hey
Trace.
guys, we got Shane in the house.
Hi, Shane.
So Cody and Philip, glad to see you guys.
Howdy.
Yep. So I take it Lynn's taking today off.
Yep, she said so
Yep.
in Discord.
Yep. I saw you respond to her in chat. I'm like, I see you pop up that you said something in chat. I'm like, oh God, don't tell me you're having issues getting things running or something. And I looked and you just said Nightland.
Yeah, no, the only things running me left, a little on the late side tonight is just
Yep.
life in general.
And you're 10 minutes early than you have been. So that's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, well, we're coming up pretty close to the product release cycle, so my schedule is
Oh,
somewhat
yeah.
variable.
Yep. Crunch. Making you do crunch.
No, not. It's not bad.
No?
No, they're yeah,
Software companies usually are bad. You're lucky if you got a good company.
well, I'm the architect on the project.
Yeah.
So I had the dev lead stick us to what we could do.
Oh, okay. Oh, good.
And we
You're
did a
good
pretty
with
good
time
job.
management. Okay.
Yeah, we did a pretty good job. We
Yep.
executed despite the fact we lost 2 people and they dropped an emergency patch on us and 5 found features, but we predicted enough disturbance that we just barely had time to fit it all in.
Ah.
So sometimes the crystal ball works, sometimes it don't.
Well, they have a good lead. You know what they say about crunch. It's all about how good the management is, the director is.
Yeah, well, they I mean, somewhat, we got lucky. Somewhat, they tried to push more on us, and we held the line. Said, okay, we can do this only if you change the schedule. And they said, no, we don't want to change the schedule. I'm like, okay, well then it's next release.
Oh, a lead with actual balls.
I don't believe in overpromise, underdeliver. Thank you.
Nice. Good. That's a good mentality to have.
hmm I believe on promising what we should be able to do
Yep.
with enough leeway to take care of contingency plans. Sometimes I give too much time, sometimes I
Yep.
give too little time, but I'm right around average on getting us
Things,
there on time with
things
whatever.
happen.
Yeah, things
Oh
happen.
no, you should come at least close.
hmm So, that's what I do.
Yep. Nice.
After 30
If
years of doing
only
this,
every software company worked like you do, the world would be a much better place.
well, the problem is a lot of people who end up in the position that I'm in are, 10, 15 years younger than me, get 10, 15 years less experience, and they're not willing to say, I could promise you that, but we can't deliver on it.
Yeah.
Here's what we can deliver.
Yep.
And then stick to it
Mhm.
and make the schedule stick. So, I mean, all total over this release, we've kept people in a pretty good life balance,
Yep.
and maybe a little bit overtime over the next week and a half, but we'll get it out the door
Yep.
on
And
the
little
date.
overtime, it's in 15 hours overtime.
Nah, a couple hours a person here and there.
Yeah,
Not bad.
yeah, exactly.
Um, so, we held it pretty well.
them software companies making people sleep over over at their work site, at their
Hmm.
office. Like,
Oh yeah.
give me a fucking break.
Oh no, that's that you. I
Yeah,
mean, I've.
that's pretty normal these days. That's how screwed up things are.
It depends on the company. It depends on the corporate culture. It depends on what the runway is for money.
Hmm.
I belong to a profitable company.
Yeah.
So there's no.
So as long as they're making money, they're not
Hmm.
being dicks.
They're making plenty.
Yep.
So we're still hiring.
Mm.
So yeah, we're hiring here in the U.S. We're hiring in Mexico. We are a global company, so
Yeah.
I'm sure we're hiring in a lot of other places around the world. Um,
Yeah.
but when things are well planned and reasonably well executed, everybody goes home happy,
Yep.
and that's the plan.
Happy workers means better work.
Yep. Unfortunately, it also means workers that learn enough that they decide to go somewhere else. But that
Yeah.
just happens
Yeah.
everywhere. Um,
That's everywhere.
mhm. Anyway, I do need to
Oh, by
get.
the way,
Hmm?
we all earned our modules.
Yep, top
I
10%
don't
from
think
me.
they came in yet, but
No, no, no.
yep.
They won't at least till this weekend. So
Yeah.
I won't actually get my module until after I get back from my
Yeah.
carrier.
Yep.
So tonight,
I would I wish you can remote send them to a station of your choice or
you basically
whatever.
can. It's 100 credits to whatever station in the galaxy you want to transfer them to for the
Yeah,
first
but you
transfer.
have to go to that station
Yeah,
to call it there.
yeah,
I'm
that's
talking
fine.
about I wish you were if you were out, you can tell it to send the modules to X station,
That would be
whether
kind of
you're there
nice,
or
but
not.
logistically and programmatically, that would be a real bitch.
You think? I
Yes.
mean, it's just a it's almost like a it's almost like a platter in a way.
The problem is you have to send it to a station that has outfitting.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, the ones that don't have outfitting would be red or
Yes,
something
and
grayed out.
you have to send it to one that you know about.
Yeah. Yes.
And I
Yes.
mean, there's a
Yes.
lot of ands going on, and it would make a real
Yeah.
pain in the behind of a program to
Mm.
write. Having bringing it to you is infinitely, it's like 5 orders of magnitude
Yeah.
simpler in programming.
You can write a like a script to do that.
Yeah, it's just bring it to me
Yeah.
because
Deliver to wherever the player is.
yeah, I mean that's not
Yeah.
hard.
That's easy.
Sending it to a specific point, there's a whole bunch of things you have to
Yeah. I
check.
know. Yep.
Bringing it to yourself when you have to go into all you have to actually have all the prerequisites satisfied before you can even ask to send it to you
Yeah.
because you couldn't go in and actually ask for it if they weren't all satisfied. It makes it so much simpler. And
Hmm.
there's a lot of other places that it's much better for them to spend their time and effort than that.
Yeah.
You know,
Like new ships, please.
fewer bugs.
You're asking too much now.
No, their bug rate is back down to almost, not quite, but almost what it was in Horizons, which was phenomenal.
Is it?
Yes, they've been fixing them and fixing them and fixing them.
Yeah.
There's a lot they've done to make this game back working. Figured if they released Odyssey now
Oh yeah.
with this
No
last
one would
patch,
be complaining.
they wouldn't have
Yeah.
lost any players. They wouldn't have
Yep.
lost because it just kind of
Yeah.
works.
People would still be annoyed about the instancing, but outside of that, everything would be pretty smooth.
The instancing has gotten 1,000 times better than it was when they released it.
Yeah, I know.
So at
Still
this
kind of screwed up though.
It's not bad. It really isn't.
Even if you're in a squad?
Yeah, yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
We're no longer losing people in systems as we travel along. We get into a thing and everybody gets in the same instance most of the time. Not always, but most of the time. It's gotten to the point where it is better than expected for an MMO.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this is once again has gotten to the point where they have a lower bug rate than any other current MMO. So I have absolutely nothing to seriously complain about because they are addressing the quality issues and bringing the quality of this game up to where it needs to be. Perfect.
Yeah.
There's some things where they've made some improvements sort of to ship movement that have made ships harder to control, but then again when
Yeah,
you're
they screwed
sent
up the cutter somewhat.
well, I mean the cutter itself is like
Yeah,
a
it has quirks, but they screwed something up. I'm not talking about the quirks. Something is fundamentally wrong with the momentum system when you're nearing a landing pad,
no,
specifically with megaships and sometimes carriers.
you know, I've tried it over and over and over and over and over again, Philip. And it's come down to this. If you do it right, you don't have a problem. Okay? There's the thing that is annoying you most is that they're getting closer and closer and closer to having the cutter maneuver with its actual mass.
But here's the thing: if I'm just thrusting forward, that's
Hmm.
all I'm doing. I'm literally going forward to where the point is set at,
Hmm.
and I'm not touching any buttons to move it any other way. It's going forward.
Hmm.
As you get to the pad, all of a sudden it drifts all the way, like a good amount to the right. Usually,
I'm
it's
not seeing
or
that.
left.
I'm not
No,
seeing
it
it.
doesn't. It doesn't always happen.
I don't see
It
it at all.
doesn't always happen.
The only time I end up with
Accidentally, it
drift
happened to her too.
The only time I end up with drift is if I'm maneuvering and I
Yeah,
forget to kill enough of the lateral movement.
yeah, I've had it happen
Okay?
when I'm just going straight,
Well, I have yet to see that.
and it's only happened to me when I'm flying the cutter. So I don't know what's going on.
How often do you fly the Corvette?
The the Corvette I haven't flown in a while, but I used to fly it like a
It
lot.
does the same thing.
I'll have to I'll have to
And
fly it towards
they
the
are
mega
you have
field.
to remember, the cutter is over 100 times heavier than the Anaconda.
Yep.
It is a massive ship, especially when you've got it filled with 700 and some odd tons of cargo. You know, the
So you think
cutter,
it's the cargo dune? Wait a second. Now, when we
hold
look
on,
at our,
the cutter weighs, if I remember correctly, approximately 2,000 tons.
mm,
And then you're adding another 1,000 tons or thereabouts.
yeah,
So you're adding an additional one third of the weight of the ship.
yep,
Yes, it handles differently.
y- yes, but I just thought of something.
Hmm.
Now, in the outfitting, we see cargo just placed there, right? However, where is the cargo actually located in the ship?
That is a good question.
They might have changed something to supposedly make it more realistic, depending on where the cargo is supposed to be.
Yes. And the other reason that the Anaconda does not suffer as much is because the Anaconda actually does not completely fill its internal space. So one of the things that's actually part of the description of the Anaconda when you've got cargo racks in there is that the actual cargo racks will move within the ship to assist your um, inertial movement.
Yeah.
So the Anaconda is special. It's the only ship that
Yeah.
says that.
Yeah, the Anaconda handles like a dream for a huge ship.
Yeah, well, it's it's like 1/3 the size of the Cutter or the Corvette, so or maybe 2/3. So it's it is a much smaller, much less massive ship, so it handles a hell of a lot better. And it's overthrustered.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. When it moves, it moves.
yep, yep. And by the way, I'm getting an echo off you.
Yeah, sorry. My headset was kind of wonky.
Yeah. All right. Galaxy map.
So you're going back
Galaxy map.
to demo tablet then,
By way of oh, I don't have Anubis running.
Neutron Highway.
No,
Yes.
by way of Colonia. I've still got time.
Oh, okay. You're going to go to Colonia first.
Yep.
Okay.
Galaxy map.
Oh, well, it's on the way
Here's the
anyway,
galaxy
so
map.
why not?
It's only a little ways out of the way, yeah.
Yeah. Me, I'm going back to finish the files that the Tritium CG interrupted. I had it bookmarked so I can come back there.
Right. Colonia. System. Colonia. I love the
Hello.
fact you can. Hello.
Hi.
I love the fact that you can plot all the way to a bookmark, no matter
Yeah.
where the heck the bookmark is.
Yeah.
300,
That's nice.
341 jumps to Colonia. Here we go.
Well, that's providing you plotted the course directly there, because if you in the past, if you
No.
plot the course from it back to the bubble, because
Nope. It will plot to any bookmark.
even with system locked systems.
Well, no. If you don't have, if you
Yeah,
can't if you can't navigate to there, if you can't bookmark it, so you can't
Yeah.
go there.
No, I mean, will it go around that?
I don't know.
Because what I find a lot of times, if there's a locked system in between them, if you haven't manually plotted your way back to the bubble from that spot, it won't let you plot a course to it from the bubble, because the locked system blocks your path.
No, the Pathfinder unless there's a lot of locked systems, the
Yeah,
Pathfinder
yeah,
will get
not
around it.
We're not talking about a single locked system.
Yeah. Retract landing gear.
We're talking about
Landing
like the
gear
area
retracted.
near the Guardian sites to the right of the bubble.
Where they've
Places like that.
yeah, where they've locked off a whole
Yeah.
area, and it's a
Yeah.
pain in the behind to plot around
Yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah, you could.
However,
Then you have to.
if you have ever plotted your way through it manually, you'll be able to use the plotter to plot your way
No.
Frameshift drive charging.
afterwards.
No, it won't plot if it won't plot because the algorithm doesn't take into account where you've already been.
That's weird, because I've
All it takes is a couple of degrees of angle for it to get around the edge of something, and it'll find the way around.
One. Engage.
If you've plotted through, there's obviously a way to go there, and so it will find it. If you didn't plot through, it will still find it.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This system is only partially mechanical, I believe. It's supposed to be 9, and all I see is the star and one gas giant.
Fuel scooping complete. Warning. Temperature Temperature critical.
Let's find out what we have
Frameshift
here.
drive charging.
And more asteroids.
4, 3, 2, 1.
On the road again. Heading off to Colonia again. Hundreds of jumps to go.
Gas giants.
You're in the Colonia?
Heading to Colonia on my way out to my carrier, yeah.
Fuel scooping.
Gotta pass through Colonia to get there.
I don't have to, but I'm going to because I've got enough time.
Gotcha.
Fuel scooping.
Maybe I'll stop off at Lego Addictus's carrier. If I remember correctly, he works in the same town I do.
Ah,
We actually met to play Pokemon Go.
Lord have mercy.
Back when I used to play it, we ended up at the same location at lunch one day. He uses the same name in Pokemon Go as he does in Elite, so I thought that was
Yeah.
kind of funny.
Yeah. That's a weird place for a high metal content world. It's very big.
Maybe I'll stop off on his carrier on the way by. That would be
Fuel
fun.
scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Nice. Ah, only geodes. God damn it. There's an atmosphere and everything, but no bodies.
Well, take your ship down there and do a quick scan on each one of them. Get you 50k each.
Oh, I have a lot of jumping to do. And I'm not fond of geos.
Cherry picking!
Ah.
Sure,
What?
when you don't want to do
Yeah,
it.
I'm pretty sure that's what he used to say all the time.
Uh-huh.
System scan complete.
Let me see where I
Fuel
am.
scooping.
I can't be far from the bubble if I'm even outside it yet. Starting to head downward.
Lazy commanders.
Fuel scooping complete.
Oh no, wow. Okay, I'm outside the bubble.
Some troubling music, please.
Boy, this ship really goes places. Damn, it didn't feel like I made that many jumps, and all of a sudden I'm like hundreds and hundreds of light years from the bubble.
Frameshift drive charging.
And the CG was on the left side of the bubble too, so what's on the far side?
Four, three, two,
This is a good start though. Already finding systems to scan.
On the road again.
fuel scooping.
The long and winding road that leads to your door.
This is an undiscovered system.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete.
Preparing to descend into space madness.
Yeah, not yet. You will be though. You're lucky there's Colonia in between you and in between the bubble and the carrier.
Well, the only reason I'm going to Colonia is to try and get a couple of the ground engineers done.
Yeah.
I still gotta go out there and finish my ship engineers.
Aha!
How many ground engineers are out there?
5.
Damn, that's a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There's
Alright,
more
mega ship,
ship
here I
modules
come.
than there are things to engineer on suits and weapons. I'm surprised.
What? Okay,
There's
whatever.
more. There's only a handful of things to engineer on suits versus
Well,
all the
that's
things
true.
you can do with a ship, ship modules.
Mm-hmm.
So
Geez, here I am waiting for the ship to jump, and I never told it to.
Frameshift drive
yeah,
charging.
I shouldn't have since
Wake
I
up.
did that before. Today actually,
Hmm.
I did that like 5 minutes ago. I'm like, why am I just going forward in super cruise? I'm supposed to be jumping.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Gas station! Gas station! Get your gas here! Self-serve only.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Oh, now I gotta jump all the way back because of that jackwagon last night.
What's up?
fuel scooping.
Thought you might have not have been on. In open, I got blew up by one guy. Got a shortcut. Went back out there scanning wakes at outside the station, and he showed up again and killed me again. And I tried to dip into the station without requesting docking,
Yep.
and
The station blew
ended
you
up destroying my hull. No. Ended up destroying my hull trying to get back out, which I got back out, but then no, I didn't. I was just on the tip of the mail slot, was 7% hull, hit it again, kaboom. I'm like, you son of a gun.
If you need anything but wake exceptions, go to Isanor. It's safer than open. And it's Don't pick up any cargo though. And
Fuel scooping.
don't try not to get hit by crossfire. Other than that, it's an awesome spot. IS, INOR.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping
Yeah.
complete.
I don't know if you have the permit yet though, do you? Did you get that permit?
Frameshift drive charging.
The other thing you can always do is drop into a combat zone. Don't choose a side. Just keep scanning.
That works too. If you don't choose a side, they won't attack.
Mm-hmm.
Fuel scooping.
Alright, so, yep, 17 jumps away I am. Super duper.
Fuel scooping complete.
What is it?
Warning. Temperature critical.
No,
What ship are you
from
in?
lens carrier, basically.
Oh, well, she's in the bubble. How are you that? How? What are you in?
I'm in my Diamondback, but I'm,
Oh, okay.
I got sent to prison last night.
3.
Oh,
When I screwed around at the thing, so now I got.
Hello, Hans.
Back.
oh, okay. Hi, Hans.
Sierra, hush, please.
I actually don't know. I'd have to cancel. I'd have to calculate it.
Fuel scooping.
What's up?
System
He wants
scan.
to know how many tons of tritium it takes to Colonia.
Probably takes at least around 7K, I would think.
Fuel scooping complete. Warning. Temperature critical.
Right? It's
That
a
doesn't sound too
25
far.
It's
That's
Frameshift
25,000
drive charging.
to Colonia, right?
right.
Yeah.
Well, depends. Somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah. It's probably around 7K.
Well, considering it's 9K from Colonia to Thuichi,
2.
7 is probably somewhere in the right area, maybe a little over 7. Just to get there, that's not round trip.
Yeah. Oh, 5 files? That's a dual place. Is that nobody there? And nobody's there. Okay.
Warning. Temperature critical.
Menu.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
Yes, he does. Did sister get in the shower, or is she still on the floor with her?
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scooping
Let's see
complete.
here. Trying to
Galaxy
set
map.
up my game glass.
Here's the galaxy map, Commander.
Aha.
drive charging. Four, three, two,
Next program, huh?
system scan complete. Fuel scooping.
I have no idea. My carrier's been in its location for years now. This is the first time I'm going to move it since I moved it out there.
Fuel scooping complete. Warning, temperature
But
critical.
where is it? Why is tough? That's
Frameshift
that
drive charging.
This planet claims that the grass is the rarest thing on it,
Hmm.
and there's 500 bios. Usually rare bios. One of them is rare, the fungoid. But yeah,
All depends on planetary conditions.
yep. But grass should be one of the more common ones. in
Not
any
if it's
case.
outside of its
Grass.
range. Grass grows under certain conditions. If those conditions are not met, it does not grow.
Oh, grass grows everywhere. We call them weeds. When it grows in places we don't want it to grow.
Warning,
Well, I mean,
temperature critical.
for us, grass is
Fuel
a weed.
scooping complete.
That's because grass is highly suited to a lot of the environments on
Yep.
Earth. Not necessarily a lot of the
Charging.
environments on other planets.
Fair enough.
Hans, you can check the ED Astro map and turn on the Star Carrier
3, 2,
layer.
So he's looking for characters.
Well, he's got about 6,000 total tritium, and he's thinking about going to Colonia.
Oh, well, might need to go mining it or something.
No, this Star Carrier's about.
fuel scooping.
Oh, yeah, that's why you talking.
The Star Carriers are not cheap.
Yeah, they're probably
Fuel scooping
at
complete.
least double what you would get in the bubble. And that's
In
if
Colonia, it's 3 times. It's 150,000 a ton in Colonia.
Frameshift
Are
drive
there
charging.
no stations to buy them from, or the
Damn
stations
few.
are sold out too fast?
The supplies out there are too low. You know,
Oh,
you're
okay.
talking 1 to 200 tons per on a good station.
Oh my God, that sucks.
3, 2,
And then you have the Star Carriers with,
Yeah.
15,000 tons
Yeah.
of tritium sitting on them.
Yeah.
At 150,000 a ton. But it's there if you need it. Open all, except I think most of the time it's non.
Illegals,
Yeah,
non-notoriety.
yeah, no notoriety 0, and you know. But I mean, they bought it in the bubble, transported it out there.
frameshift drive
That's why
charging.
it's expensive.
Yep.
They're taking the time to do the transport,
Yeah.
so you don't have to.
No.
Yes.
4, 3, 2,
Sorry, I'm talking to my daughter. I unmuted a little too soon.
fuel scooping.
looks like a desert here.
Fuel scooping complete. Warning.
Oh,
Temperature
there's
critical.
something.
Frameshift drive charging.
That button.
It doesn't look like grass. It's something else. Something though.
A jumping we will go. A jumping we will go. Hi ho the dairy-o. A jumping we will go.
Land at the pancake here. How can I not land?
You that bored already, huh, buddy?
There we go.
Fuel scooping. System
Wait,
scan
wait.
complete.
300 some odd jumps to go. 300 some odd jumps. Take one down, pass it around. 300 some odd jumps to go.
No, no, none of that. Not doing this every time you make a jump. Nope, nope, nope.
Frameshift drive charging.
322 jumps to go. 322 jumps.
The hell are those? Oh yeah. Yep. No, no, they're OCs, I think. They're checking that they're. I think so. 1 second. And then no Fonticula. I never seen ones that look like this. They're a lot smaller and they come in like pairs. It's weird.
I'm sure Lynn's seen them.
Yep. There's something else here. Red.
Fuel scooping complete.
That might toss it. That's
Frameshift
no,
drive
no.
charging.
That's 1 second. It won't tell me really. Because I have something else. I thought underneath the warning it would tell me when I'm pointing at. That's an oversight, Frontier.
No, that's deliberate.
No, no. I get it has a red warning, but it's deleted
Scan it
tell
from
you
the
that
ship.
I-
It'll tell you what it is,
Oh, I'll get the.
and you'll get a discovery for it.
Fuel scooping.
Yeah, I know. Come back here after I get my other 2 sample clothes. Which one ticket?
Fuel scooping complete. Warning. Temperature critical.
I have a funny feeling
Frameshift
that
drive
that
charging.
might actually be the grass, and it doesn't look like any grass we've ever seen. I should take a picture of it to show Lintimol, see if she's seen.
I'm sure she has.
That's if it isn't touching.
Fuel scooping.
Like a bunch of grass with almost like a cactus sticking out of it. It's weird.
Fuel scooping complete.
Hello, star number 2.
Frameshift drive charging.
Why am I walking when I have a perfectly good sprint button?
Four, three, two, Frameshift drive charging.
Stop that.
Ready?
Hmm?
Damn, you had a tiring day.
COVID sucks.
Uh,
I don't get any sleep.
Fuel scooping. Warning, temperature critical. Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
That's made almost 20 jumps and my ship's speed is still pretty mean.
System scan complete. Fuel scooping.
Oops.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
I should be able to get seconds out here.
4, 3, 2, 1.
If
System scan complete.
Gas
Fuel
station.
scooping.
Get your gas here. 2 pumps. No waiting. Self-servo.
Fuel scooping complete. Frameshift drive charging.
there we go. You have to be good.
4,
No, it doesn't.
2,
Nope. It isn't. What the hell? I traveled so far. So, that's all useful. Particular for you. More over there.
fuel scooping.
That worked out pretty good.
Fuel scooping complete. Warning, temperature critical.
Yep.
Frameshift drive charging.
314 jumps to go. 314 jumps.
4,
Take one down.
2,
Pass it around. 313 jumps.
Should call my ship here so I can still keep my bearing. Bearings.
fuel scooping. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Why you parking over there? There's a nice parking spot over here, stupid AI.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping
Here,
complete.
yeah. A lot of bacteria.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete. Warning, temperature critical.
Oh, nice, Shane. Shane got a
Frameshift
new
drive
video card.
charging.
Oh,
Got the
that's good.
2060.
That's the same thing I got.
Yeah.
Nice.
Ready to engage. Four, three, two,
Here you go. This is my third sample.
fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
Grab first, and then I'll pick up. Here.
Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two, fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
That's interesting.
Warning, temperature critical.
I think
Frameshift
the
drive
both
charging.
the bacteria and the grass, and since I didn't get them, either of them yet, they produced a different beat. Slightly off from one another.
Four, three, two,
So you can tell the two different species. Oh shit. I'll just choose a pack. I have set up for that. No shields.
system scan complete.
Gas station. Get your gas, yeah.
There it is.
4, 3,
Shit.
2, fuel scooping.
Actually, give me the sap. I didn't fully hold it in for the whole scan. Okay. Not complaining. Fine.
You're always complaining.
Complete.
It really gave me the scan when I stopped in the middle of it.
Even when things are going your way, you complain.
Well, I'm just hoping the game didn't lie to me, that's all.
It did.
3, 2,
Probably.
1. Fuel scooping. Fuel scooping complete.
It's a slight problem though. The bacteria,
Frame
it's
shift
the
drive
same,
charging.
literally the exact color of the ground. You can't even see the lines until you scan.
4, 3, 2, 1. Fuel scooping. System scan complete.
Hey, Phil. Hans wants to know how many tons you did for the CG.
36,218.
Fuel
Oh,
scooping
wow, you're only
complete.
a little more than 1,000 behind me.
Hmm,
But then again, I only did 2 days, so.
yeah.
Frame shift
Well,
drive charging.
the last 2 days I didn't
I've
think
got
we
about
did
the same, and I did
no.
less than.
Well, 2 days for me is 4 total hours, right?
Yeah,
Right.
that's if you did not count the
Well,
weekend.
that's true. I did do the weekend, and that had some
Yeah.
time on it. But I was running about 12,000 tons an hour with load and unload. So
Damn.
probably could have done better, but
Fuel scooping.
Yes, these Venus flytrap type things are indeed the Toltecs.
Fuel scooping complete. Warning. Temperature critical. Frame shift drive charging.
Final sample.
Four, three, two, one. Frameshift drive charging.
I didn't know you could do that.
What's that?
You can turn the HUD completely off on your ship.
Why would you want to do that?
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know you could. I mean, I knew you could do it in the camera, you know, in the cameras, but I didn't think you could do it in
Why
In the
would
HUD mode. Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the ship itself.
you can power
Kinda
it
weird.
down? I didn't know you can.
No, you
I
can literally turn it off.
Damn. What a pointless feature that is.
Fuel scooping complete. Warning. Temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging. Four, three, two,
Right over what? Gotcha. On ticket.
Ooh, ammonia
fuel
world.
scooping.
Aha.
In the money now.
You're in the money. You're in the money. Da 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 da.
Fuel scooping complete. Warning. Temperature critical. Frameshift drive charging.
Here. Vescula mulberry.
Oh, you know what I don't have on that I want on? Damn it.
What's that?
My damn discovery.
Oops.
3,
Well, that's an issue. Oh, you mean the program discovery, not the discovery scanner. Well, you can live without it.
Right.
It'll catch up.
No. Can't do that.
Once you're spoiled now, huh?
fuel scooping.
Well, it does have a number of useful
Well, I've
utilities on it.
Yeah, I've got one of them set up for when I'm scanning systems. It shows me the planets, it shows me what they are, all that stuff. Where I don't even, it shows me the material on the planets that can be found. It's nice. I ain't gonna lie.
Yep. Has a better compass too.
Frameshift drive charging.
I can sit right here in the scanner and see if I want to target something.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I wish you can take the bacteria and cause outbreaks in systems.
That's really pretty, actually.
Fuel scooping.
They should implement something like that.
Why?
It's another way to affect the background sim. And you don't have to bust your butt looking for a damn outbreak system.
Fuel scooping complete.
You just have to collect the bacteria that you don't hand in first.
Alrighty.
That's a suspicious.
Okay, the lack of sleep is catching up to me. I'm gonna fall asleep. So, yeah, we're gonna end things early tonight. Sorry about that, but I just can't do it. I'm falling asleep here. I need to get some rest. So I'd like to
Okay.
thank everyone who came along for the ride this evening. It's great having you all along. Oops. This comes over to here. So Shane and Hans, thank you for joining us in the stream chat. And Cody and Philip, thank you for joining me in the voice chat. It's great having you guys along as always. So we'll pick this. Here I am, and I cut the sound right in the middle of talking.
Yeah, you're tired.
Yeah, I'm just literally, I've nearly fallen asleep 3 jumps in a row.
Yeah.
I'm getting to bed. So anyway, we'll
Sorry
pick
to
this.
hear that.
Yeah, we'll pick this up again tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. That's all for now. This is Trace Majestus signing out.